Mysterious ancient codes left here millennia ago. The appointed times of Elohim, the grand work. Two angles of the 923, my best theories of what that actually is, how it ties into everything I just said. Cool Mark of the Beast rabbit trail, and then finally wrapping up with the most fascinating thing, is God's ancient Hebrew name, a secret math code. This has all been translated through predictive programming, modern day ciphers, mystery Babylon schools of the times, and how some ancient plans are still in work. Well, the grand work. First, let's check out what 923 is. See you in a minute.
In 9 hours and 23 minutes, you'll be mine.
Hey fam, check out this 923 craziness.
On the 23rd day of the month of September, in an early year of a decade not too long before our own, the human race suddenly encountered a deadly threat to its very existence.
This goes on and on with so many movie clips. There's an insane amount of 923 predictive programming that Hollywood has intentionally put into an insane amount of films. A lot of people think it may be this September 23rd, 923. If not, for whatever reason it is, it's been done intentionally. Go look up what you can on the insane amount of movies and TV shows that have 923. What do you think it means?
In the TV show Big Bang Theory, an asteroid strike is expected September 23rd. In the movie Seeking a Friend for the End of the World, an asteroid strikes September 23rd. Julia, a meteor strikes September 23rd. Knowing, solar flare strikes September 22nd, lasting until September 23rd. Little Shop of Horrors, humans are threatened by an event, September 23rd. Tomorrowland, disaster strikes September 23rd. 23, hell will arrive September 23rd. Sleepy Hollow, a dimension opens up September 23rd. Ghostbusters, evil is released on September 23rd. This is the end. 923 is the date the rapture happens. Pandemic, outbreak starts September 23rd. Either fake aliens, fake Carrington event, or a fake asteroid, September 2023.
So there's two main theories with this 923 to the best of my estimation, and basically they both connect with each other, and all the topics I mentioned earlier. So, if you followed me on TikTok before I got banned, you knew that a lot of people were saying 9/23 is in the year 2023, and I said no. I connected it to the Feast of Trumpets, which is the first point I'd like to make out to you. Especially because you'll notice all of these movies completely mention these dates or dates around this date, which always happens to be around the Feast of Trumpets. And it also ties into one of the first three things they banned and didn't want you to know. Let's check it out. Now that you know what 923 is, you're ready for the final piece of the puzzle to actually solving the mystery. Evan Almighty mentions 922 twice to form a parentheses around it in one scene. The new Flash movie references 929 as in September 29th twice in the same scene, also to form the other parentheses. They're putting parentheses around 1 week. We know 923 has been used, and The Simpsons of all things used 924 September 24th as the date of the rapture. Now, they're putting parentheses on each end to highlight 1 week, with the 23rd and 24th in the middle, indicating what year they think it's going to be on. They know that 923 is the Feast of Trumpets. They know that the 4 spring feasts have been fulfilled, and they know that the next one to be fulfilled is in the fall, and it's the Feast of Trumpets. If you don't know what the feast code is, that's a whole nother video and study for you. 923 is the Feast of Trumpets, and they know. The thing about the truth is you can't really censor it. So you can try to censor the truth about how 923 is linked to the Feast of Trumpets. You can try to censor the truth about how music is being used by the devil to keep people under hypnosis. You can try to censor the truth about how technology like light bulbs are being used for basic things like spy tactics and hacking that are just basic science articles that have been reported in the mainstream news. You can keep letting all this other crazy stuff be on TikTok, and you can try to censor the truth, but you'll never get rid of the savage truth. I'm gonna keep speaking it.
Yeah. ride around, seeking out some higher ground. Tired down, dragon hunting in Chinatown. Who am I in the movie? Good or bad guy? I don't know, God don't answer. I don't even ask why. Throw out triangle chokes, anointing breaking yokes. Saying like a fan, a rally can't contain this dope. Chasing payments like a scraping road, searching through the scriptures like a breaking codes. They don't know.
Yo, go ahead and absorb this shalom. Hear the birds, check out life, and realize like this sun is made new every day, so is his mercy. You don't have to live today in shame, anxiety, or any of that other mess. Just go ahead and know he's working all things out for your good. The mysterious appointed times of Elohim, dictated by the Mazzeroth, the story of the stars in the sky, which is one of the main reasons modern-day Babylonian astrologers try to hide the real meaning, or just don't know. Definitely deception involved, for sure. It's all connected to this electrical grid we live in, and certain demon spirits, and other angelic spirits. So this whole concept of the Mazzeroth is more than just stars, the meaning of names of stars. It's all connected to cycles and seasons and calendars and when to grow things, but it goes even way deeper than that. Future Mazzeroth deep dive. But for now, one of the appointed times is the feasts of Yahweh, the 7 appointed times / feasts or festivals, which not only will draw you closer to his heart and show you things about him, but like all things with him, there are deeper and deeper codes and meanings. Not only does this meaning tie into 923, it also ties into the grand work, which we'll be coming back to. So what is this feast code, you might ask? Well, we'll breeze through it real quick, but basically each feast has something to do with the fulfillment of a significant prophecy. And several of these, all the fall feasts, are still to happen in the future. Hence the 923, rapture, the grand work, and all these things. Feast code. The 7 spirits of God mentioned in Isaiah. The 7 flame menorah candlestand before the throne. Expressed through the 7 days of creation that we would repeat forever. Revealed through the 7 feasts of the Lord that would be kept forever, even for the people in the future. What these 7 feasts are, they contain a code, a theory, by the way, TikTok, that contains the future. So you see these first 4 feasts over here through the spring feasts. Then there's also going to be 3 in the fall. So this whole idea behind the code is that these 4 behind me were fulfilled through the Messiah, and that the 3 coming in the fall have yet to be fulfilled, but will. And the next one is the Feast of Trumpets, which is commonly associated with the rapture fulfillment. So you see right here these first 4. Passover, unleavened bread, first fruits, and Pentecost. So the idea of these all being fulfilled by the Messiah, you would first have to know what these events are. Passover in Israel, the Passover lamb, and you can see on the crucifixion how Jesus was the Passover lamb. The unleavened bread, you can see that with the death, burial, and resurrection, along with first fruits. You see the unleavened bread in the tomb, and Jesus is known as the first fruits of the resurrection. Pentecost is when the Holy Spirit was given. So you see all these major things happening on the feast days. Jesus was even attempted to be killed on one of the feast days, motivated by the devil, according to the scriptures. So now, we're going to move here to the fall feasts. So the Feast of Trumpets, again tying into what I think 923 and all these other September dates surrounding that Hollywood keeps surrounding. This is always when the Feast of Trumpets happens, is usually late September. So then you have atonement, which would be the second coming and the day of judgment when the world will atone. And the final one being tabernacles, when Jesus, or the Lord, will come down and tabernacle with men. The New Jerusalem comes down. Hop in the DeLorean, quick time travel. We're going to go see Young Savage Truth about the feast code. The final feast, Tabernacles. Tabernacles is when the heavenly tabernacle, the New Jerusalem, will come down to earth when Jesus Christ has his second coming. The 3 most important events in the future, the rapture, tribulation, and the second coming in the New Jerusalem coming down. What Tabernacles is a booth. They set up booths which represent like housing with God basically, and God dwelling with men. And that's exactly when he will fulfill the New Jerusalem coming down out of the sky, landing on earth, God literally dwelling with men just like in the feast, So it all ends when that new Jerusalem comes out of the sky, when Jesus Christ comes back for the second coming to literally tabernacle with men, just like the word says. It's an amazing, amazing code. We can know when these things will take place. We might not know the year, but we can identify the seasons just like the word says. So be blessed, and I'm going to end with a quick visual to help sink this in and remember it, because it can be a lot of information, especially if you're new to it. See you next week. 2-minute drill. So how does all this tie into the grand work? 923, the feasts, the Antichrist, the mark of the beast, this future Babylon coming back around to rule the world. Well, like all things with prophecy, there's going to be a counterfeit. So these main festivals of God will be counterfeited, will have to do with the Antichrist, will have to do with the Feast of Trumpets, and will have to do with the grand work, the main ancient conspiracy that's been referenced in many ways with many different symbols. Future awesome deep dive on some symbols coming up. Without interruption, right into a bunch of episodes in a row of the main thread of the grand work scheme, the Antichrist re-emerging, and all these secretive things that have been done to facilitate this, leading into modern day technology and into the future.